Welcome Galactic family. May the abundant grace of the great Creator God be upon you. My beloved brothers of Shan, it is always an honor to speak to your heart, and on this sacred occasion I wish to tell you brief words about love. Love. This divine feeling, capable of overcoming any barrier. Yes, I want to tell you about them. My dear friends, throughout your planetary extension, we know that there are still beings who live under the ignorance of the darkness and who by such condition practice execrable acts. These beings sometimes remain in a situation of such miserability that they cannot even recognize themselves and by what cause they live in these dark practices. Often they blindly obey orders of command above them that overpower and threaten them, and in many cases, out of fear they follow in the dark circumstance in which they find themselves. They are excluded, they are accused, wherever they go they are mistreated, they are demoralized, and the more they receive this type of treatment, the worse the opacity they become, the more often they just need someone to send them a little of love. Yes, my dear, my love. And some may ask me, oh Alcana, but how can I love those who have harmed me? How can I love a cloying being? How can I love a murderer, a rapist, a tyrant? My dear ones. This is an easy question to answer, but not so easy to understand. How to love such a being? In the same way that the great Goddess Creator loves you. Or do you believe that you have always been in the condition you are today? Dearest ones, many of you were once in the same situation as these beings, and because you were loved, you have been able to return to your real state of light. And some may argue, but, Alcana, these beings are perverse and have to pay because of you. I know who is here reading my words, I know you. Love laughs. Calm down and I'll tell you. My dear ones, to love a creature in a still state of ignorance, does not have the significance that it does not have to answer for its acts, but, this is not under your wing, since, the only just judge able to judge to all is the great Father Creator Mother. Let us recall the teachings of the Master Jesus. He said, which of you, if the son asks for bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will he give him a serpent? Or if he asks for an egg, will he give him a scorpion? I ask you, my beloved, what do you suppose God the Goddess will give to one of your beloved children to come and cry out for help? Do you believe that for the Great Spirit there are differences between the love He feels for you and for these poor yet ignorant brothers? You yourselves, if you have two children, one very kind, loving and obedient, and the other unkind, resentful and disobedient, do not you love and nourish, care and protect tenderly both? How much more will He do for you and your brethren still in darkness, the great Father Mother Creator? There is no determinism, my beloved ones, that is, these go to light and these go into darkness. Oh no! There is rather unconditional love coming from the Great Spirit, and all of us without distinction are in the same condition as is that of evolution. Therefore we must love these brothers, since when we pour our love on them they are touched by the light and are sent to sectors of healing that will allow them to meet again as you have one day come together and are now more and more following lightly the source. Again Jesus, the teacher of glory, who said, love your enemies, pray for those who persecute you. This teaching is of admirable affectionate depth. To love the enemy is to recognize that he is also Goddess creation and therefore as worthy of divine grace as you are, so you do not accuse, do not further entangle these creatures, do not feed your evil inclinations with anger against they do not make your situation of misery even greater. If they persecute you, immaculate them in the light of your prayers, bless them, show through your words, thoughts and attitudes that there can be peace and practice of good, be your loving enlighteners and above all forgive them. For forgiveness, my beloved brethren, liberates not only the one who is forgiven but, above all, undoes the bonds of the one who forgives. Ah my Shan brothers, love. But love, not only your loved ones, but especially those who remain in the sadness of darkness and therefore can be considered as your enemies, because one day loving beings also loved you and today you are light on Shan. Give therefore love to these brethren, for love is the lenitive for any wound and you cannot imagine how great wounds carry these poor beings who need mercy and light. Your efforts already have reached them and many of them involved by the love that you emanate have without great resistances, Saidito to accompany us to sectors of treatment and this is praiseworthy and as always my beloved, you are of congratulations but you are vigilant because still many creatures they struggle in the chains of deception and only need a little love to rise up and realize that they are also precious in the eyes of the great Father Mother Creator who loves them and awaits them to welcome them and as soon as they are turned off and repent of the evils that they may have generated will receive a new opportunity for redevelopment in their evolutionary journey. We, your stellar brothers and all the angelic beings of light, will remain at your side and do not frighten you if you sense our presence even in places you would not imagine we could be with you. After all we love you and at your thought will manifest ourselves, expand their minds because we are all consciences and there are no distances that can separate us since God and Goddess were who united us in this great cosmic family of friendship and love. I am Alcana of Andromeda, I leave you the tenderest and warmest manifestations of loyalty and amity of the people of Israkana, always spreading upon you the graces of divine love,